It's a beautiful day. Good day to smile or something, you know? I want to talk a little bit about my book of zingers. I've been compelled to tell the story why I know this book of zingers works. I know that it heals PTSD, depression, and anxiety because that's what I had. Okay? I had those things, and I said a prayer like, God, speak to me directly. I can't get the help I need out of books. So I got to tell you the story. Right about the time I made the first video, I was facing an interesting challenge. I had run into a psycho criminal. Actually, it was somebody I was helping, coaching, and working with for 15 years. I didn't know they were a psycho criminal, but they were. And so right when I made the first video, if you look at it, you can see there's a little stress in my face because I was just facing this strange event. And it would make a good Hollywood movie, and I'm not going to tell you the details, but suffice it to say, I lost everything I had. Okay, and that was right when I started getting these messages from the book of zingers. Okay, so some of them might seem strange, but they were given to a guy who was kind of freaking out. Okay, so I guess the universe says, hey, why waste a perfectly good crisis, We can teach this guy how to survive. So definitely I had PTSD because the psycho criminal took about 2 years to take everything I had. And even though I won every court case, I had to sell my house and I lost my business and everything to pay the attorney's fees. So some people were thinking, when I share these stories and these zingers and stuff, they're like, well, that's easy for you because you're rich and you live in a beautiful place. And I assure you, I've been making these throughout all the stages of homeless and helpless and PTSD, and so I think I'm doing really good. So you can see there's stress, but you can see that it really works. So I want to recommend all of the zingers for anybody who's got any kind of problem. But I wanted to tell you that story, not for sympathy or because it's a story, but because it explains some of the zingers. And I wanted you to know that I have field tested these babies, okay? So they were under extreme duress that I would receive them, okay? So I have a zinger for you today, okay? Let's see. The fact that it happened doesn't make it true. So John has got this story that it happened, The fact that it happened doesn't make it true. And I'm like, what? What kind of zinger is that? Because it is a story based on a perception with regard to negative drama, and it's easy to disprove. So I had to disprove that to myself. So whenever I was caught in the act of my sad story, the fact that it happened doesn't make it true. And the reason it's not true is because it's in the past, and the past doesn't exist. So if you've got a trauma from the past, you don't have to make it true. It's gone. It doesn't exist unless you re-presence it now. If you re-presence it, now you get to feel it. You get to have it. And now it's true because you're re-presencing it for whatever strange benefit you get from that. And I had a lot of need for a poor, pitiful me story. I lost everything. I was grieving. I had all of this excuses for depression and definitely PTSD. And it worked, okay? So I'm gonna open it up to another zinger that's really a weird one. I don't know if I'll put it in my book when I publish it or not because it's so strange. But having told you the story, okay, when the going gets tough, die daily and be reborn. So you can just wake up and say, hey, I'm completely reborn today. And you can start new, all right? But the next two are very, they could be construed as dark, but they're not. They're actually very lighthearted. They're coming from the same teacher. All right, so when I was in the throes of these trials and this losing everything and being wiped out, I might have had some dark, depressed thoughts. And the voice of the spirit guide said, whenever you want to commit suicide, just do it. Just don't harm your body. Let God have it. So he had dark thoughts like, man, maybe I should just check out of this place. This place is terrible, right? It's only your story that makes you want to kill yourself. Kill your story instead, or at least change it, okay? So that kept me alive. That was good. Okay, I'll just kill the story. Yeah. Kill yourself. Just don't hurt your body, okay? Keep your body around for God to use or for you to have fun with, okay? And kill your story instead. So that's where that came from, okay? So the Book of Zingers has been field tested, and it worked. And I stayed happy and I stayed positive, and I'm sort of getting it back together now, and everything's working out. But I just wanted you to know if you know anybody who's going through it, you know, a dark night of the soul or something like that, these principles have been field tested and they work. All right? Now, thank you very much. Stay happy. Don't tell any sad stories. Have fun. Have a beautiful day. Much love to you.